Hello family, my name is Chris, I am your home gamer dad, and welcome back to our continuing adventures in Gloomhaven, the digital version of the game on the Switch. Last time we did the first mission for the Jolt of the Lion storyline. We won it, which was amazing. I like winning, that's great. And then we just kind of stopped it right there because I had some stuff to do between episodes. I've done a lot. I played only once, but a lot happened in that game. So let's just jump right into it right now, so this way we can see what's going on. First thing I want to show you guys is down in the bottom, you actually see change skin, which is, I never knew that was a thing, which was crazy. So if you hit Y, your character actually looks different. I only have 2 skins for everybody, so that's the base one. And then that's the other one, which is kind of crazy. Our demolitionist turns into that, which is nuts. And then our Void Warden goes from here to here. And that's pretty awesome, to be honest with you. And then you may also now notice I don't have Hacks anymore. Hacks actually retired because when I played and beat that mission, which by the way, if I come out of here, no, put Kurt back. Thank you so much. Let's go here. Yeah, so if you notice here, the mission that was up over here is gone. I beat that bandit robber and his crew and whatnot, and a whole lot of other things opened up. But before that, I want to kind of share some highlights from that particular adventure. Thank you, Switch, for 30-second recordings. First thing I really wanted to show off that I recorded was Pax right here in his alternate outfit, which I love because it's this cool blue outfit straight up, top to bottom. I wish I could show you guys a little bit better, but man, he looks so good here, and he did an awesome attack being able to kill not that living corpse, it was the other one in one shot. It was fantastic. Confirm and strike. Yeah. Next, I was able to get back here to the treasure chest that was located within this map, and Val opened it in order to find, come on, Val, open it up. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, I have to end the turn, and she found gold in them dar chest. And then after all of that fighting, we managed to actually complete the level, and of course, victory was ours. Huzzah! Let's go ahead and listen to the end text.
Sifting through the carnage left by the battle, you find a cache at the back of the room, containing the scrolls you were hired to collect. You can't help but rifle through them a bit, but find that the writing upon them is in some unknown archaic language. One thing that does jump out at you, however, is a map of the northern countryside. A bend in the Still River is clearly marked as a point of interest. Contemplating whether you want to find out more about this so-called gloom, you decide that the spot could be a point of interest for you as well. But that can be forgotten for the moment. You pack up the papers and head back to Gloomhaven to collect your reward.
And then with that, we're able to finally see our final records here. Unfortunately, the only one that we actually managed to finish was closure for Val, but that is okay. Back to the main map we go, heading ourselves back to Gloomhaven in order to collect our reward. Awesome.
Meeting Jetsera once again at the Sleeping Lion, you hand over the papers and are paid the agreed upon amount. You know, she whispers to you softly under the bustle of the tavern, if you're interested, I may have another job for you. A tribe of Inox in the Dagger Forest has ransacked a couple of my caravans headed to the capital. I told the militia, but they do nothing, she spits. I can point you in the direction of their encampment. If you can make an example of them, I will pay you even more. She places a crude map of the forest on the table and stands up, her jewelry clinking with the movement. Come find me when it is done.
All right, well, that gets us a whole bunch of things. First, we get our reward of gold experience and whatnot, which is great. Prosperity to the town is never a bad thing either. We then have the Enox camp that opens up. And then from here, we head up to another area that got unlocked. the Crypt of the Damned. So that's 2 new main storyline missions that are open to us, and then also we have our first retirement, which I think is the quickest that's ever happened for me in this game. And there's our word of goodbye from Hax. You guys can pause it and read it if you want to, but generally this means because we have completed his quest mission of sorts, as you can see to the right, he has now retired and is no longer on our team, but we have unlocked a brand new class and some prosperity for Gloomhaven. Announce that retirement, my friend. But now we also unlock a brand new class in order to be able to play as. And I gotta figure out who it is that I want to add to our team of 4 now. This is an awesome character. I've actually unlocked this in my game with my sister, her husband, and his cousin. We haven't played as them yet, but I can tell they're gonna be amazing. This is the Sunkeeper. Basically your paladin.
After a phlegmatic farewell with one of the band's most determined mercenaries, you find yourself wondering if others may have shaped Gloomhaven's future, only to leave the city. You have heard of a town records building in the Coin District, but never visited. Deciding that it would be the best place to satiate your curiosity, you make your way to the large circular structure in the heart of the district. Stepping through the arched doorway of the town records building, you see it houses a massive yet woefully understocked library. A sinking feeling takes hold of your gut as you take in the barren shelves. You don't want the memory of your departed colleague to die with you inside one of Gloomhaven's dungeons. With an idea brewing in your mind, you search for one of the record keepers in the library. It takes a considerable while, but eventually you happen upon a small man meticulously rearranging what few books are on the shelves. You waste no time relaying your great idea to him.
And that brings us to where we are right now. So the records...
So you want to start some sort of record of all the mercenaries who've moved on from Gloomhaven? The short, bearded man asks with a scowl. Sounds a little arrogant to me, but I'm sure I've got a spare record book somewhere in the stacks. He puts down his pen into the spine of the book he was inking and steps out from behind the counter at the front of the town records building. I'll be back in a bit. Don't steal anything.
No promises.
He gets in one more good scowl before turning and walking towards the back of the building, nearly tripping on his overly long robe multiple times. As he slips behind one of the many shelves of books, your attention shifts to the building itself. The town records building is a large, circular structure on the west side of the Coin District. Built as a status symbol for the town of wealthy merchants, anyone who actually enters can quickly see that the massive library is woefully understocked. Some sections, such as the teachings and philosophies of the Great Oak, are reasonably full, but many others have just a handful of books occupying long, barren shelves. Perhaps this was why some of your merchant friends were so adamant about you taking a trip to the town records building in the first place. Recording your party's exploits creates more content to fill these empty halls. With this in mind, your thoughts turn to the open book directly in front of you, the one the clerk was working on. There are 2 texts on the counter, and it looks as if the clerk was in the process of transcribing the writing of one into the other. Looking more closely, however, you notice the titles are different. The complete book is titled The Rise of Human Civilization, while the other is titled The History of Gloomhaven by Dominic Scrim. Intrigued, you begin to read what he was writing. At some point thousands of years ago, humans stopped hiding in caves and began to form societies out in the open, erecting modest farming villages that eventually grew into the massive, sprawling cities we see today. Living out in the open was never easy, though. There were wars, both amongst themselves and with other races, such as the Valraths to the south. More troubling, however, were the constant raids from the more barbaric races of the world. Inox and Vermling tribes, who had no concept of peace and wanted only to kill and destroy. Walls were always necessary, as were the armed men who guarded those walls. For this reason, the civilization of man grew and developed under a militaristic rule. those skilled in warfare held the highest positions in society and governed from a perspective of keeping their charges safe from outside attacks. While this regime of strength kept the human race alive and functioning, it did stagnate the growth of other cultural facets of society. What the civilization lacked in culture, though, it made up for with rapid expansion and settlements spreading out from the north to every corner of the continent. This created a strong foothold to ensure that humans would continue to prosper and never again have to go back to hiding in caves. Best to start at the beginning, eh? Dominic now stands before you with a small amount of leather-bound parchment. I found this in the back. It should do well for your purposes, but I see you've found something as well. He shifts his feet a bit and hands you the parchment. Most people see Gloomhaven as some backwoods caravan stop, he says, in an accusatory tone. A necessary evil in the middle of a deadly wilderness. But I disagree. I love Gloomhaven, and I believe its history needs to be documented. I think this town plays a far more important role in the history of this continent than anyone realizes, and I'm going to prove it. Dominic flashes a brief nervous smile, and then grabs up the 2 books on the counter. But it's not finished yet, not by a long shot. Come back later, and I might have more history to share.
Oh boy, okay, that was a lot more story than I thought was going to be. But anyway, we have here records. So now we get to see how we've been doing throughout the course of our game. And Hax has retired. Man, he did a lot of good stuff here. Scenario win rate, 28.757. Fun. Okay, so now we also have, we know our blessing. And because our town is a lot more prosperous, I'm just kind of looking at our reputation modifier here. We're still only at -1, which is fine. We got new stuff added to the store. So let's just kind of go one by one. So do we have anything new here? Inventory, helms, chain armor, hide armor, leather armor. It's like there's new stuff that is, oh, so boots right here. Ah, here we go. Boots of striding. During your movement, add +2 move to a single. I have that already. I know what that is already. Wing boots, adding the jump. Boots of speed at the beginning of your round after all ability cards have been revealed. Increase or decrease your leading initiative by 10. Ooh, that's really good. A battle axe, that's new as well. Single target melee attack turns to a double, which is awesome. Piercing bow, a ranged attack, ignoring shield. Oh man, I wish I had hacks for that. Poison dagger, we know. Hammer throw. Warhammer. Yeah, these are definitely new things here for sure. Chain armor, cloak of invisibility. Invisibility is a complete random mechanic in this where enemies don't see you, but as soon as you attack, you come back in and do stuff. Cloak of pockets is one of my favorite because you get to carry 2 additional items in addition to whatever your count is. So I'm going to definitely be picking this up at some point for somebody. It costs 19 gold. Only Val can have it, but that's fine. Armors are always good to have. We know that this is the new one here. During your turn, refresh one of your consumed items. And then this is, so you basically immediately refresh a consume item, which are usually gone from the game. Also amazing, but that's your headpiece. I'd rather have something else for somebody, unless Val gets this plus the Cloak of Pockets, so now they have 4 items at this point. That's just his personal inventory, and that's everything all together. And I just want to see here. Minor healing, minor mana. During your turn, create any element. Oh, that's awesome. Minor power, minor stamina. Stun potion is new as well. During your attack, add stun to a single attack. That is awesome. I'm going to do all this off camera. I just wanted to show this off right now because that's the way it is. We now have new quests for us to go through. So, a hole in the wall we know already. Go to Gloomhaven. This should be a story event. So let's check this one out. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's actually add a 4th party member to our team. So the way this is, and I also have to level up Val. So before we go into the city event, let's do some of this first. So first I want to add somebody new to the team. We have a lot of basic classes right now for the, base game. So the Brute. What else do we got? The Scoundrel. Scoundrel's so good. The Spellweaver, which is awesome. The Tinkerer, which I've played as the Tinkerer. I do like the Tinkerer, but it's better in bigger groups. So I don't think I'd probably do that. Then we have Cragheart, which is like an Earth Elementals type deal, Earthbender of sorts. The Mind Thief, which I was looking into a lot. And then, of course, the Sunkeeper, which is pretty much, again, your Paladin. Oh, she works best in the role of a Paladin, aiding the main damage dealers in combat while keeping them alive. She herself is actually pretty good as well. I actually think I want to go, what do I want to do? Let me think. Hold on one moment. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the Sunkeeper. So what I'm going to do later when I have somebody else retire is I'm going to put up my 4 favorite roles here, which would probably be Brute, Scoundrel, Mind Thief, and Tinkerer, and have you guys vote on who I should have next in my party. But for right now, I don't think I'm going to have anybody else retire anytime soon, so we'll use the Sunkeeper because I know that they're awesome. They're such a cool class, and I want to try it out. And we're going to call her... Whoops, go back. S-O and Y. Sonia. I like that. Sonia is really good. That's how I'm spelling it. So that's Sonia. So Sonia, whatever. Doesn't matter. Confirm. All right, now we get to choose here. This is her retirement, thing. So own 2 helms, own 2 of everything and 4 items at once. So she needs to be pretty high in level in order to have 4 items at one time. Well, no, she just has to own it. Money is power and merchants rule the world. Okay, so you're just gonna buy stuff. That's cool. Complete 2 different scenarios in the Lingering Swamp, then unlock Fading Lookout and follow to its conclusion. So this is a whole set of other things that need to unlock. And everything, of course, is prosperity, and then a new... I'm gonna actually do this one. I don't remember what that triple arrow is, but it looks pretty cool, and I think owning 2 of everything is pretty easy. Money is power and merchants rule the world. Yep. You figure that if you go gather enough equipment together, you may be able to set up your own shop somewhere. What stinks is that I buy it all, but I lose it all once she retires. So it is what it is. Personal quest set. Sonia has joined the party. Yes, fantastic. You do not have an alternate skin, which is very interesting. Let's see about your other stuff. Oh man, I'm gonna do this really quickly. Next 5 melee attacks targeting gain retaliate 2, so that means she punches back. That's awesome. Strength all adjacent allies. Shield 1 self, move 3. That's awesome. Recovers 1 of their burned cards. Whoa, that's so awesome. Heal 5 at a range of 3. That's crazy. 1 adjacent ally, and unfortunately she burns this card in order to do it, but I'm fine with that. 1 adjacent ally may recover 2 of their discarded cards, so that's a healing ability right there, and that can just happen. That's great. Bless and strength within. All adjacent allies suffer no damage this round. That is fantastic. Again, that's a burned area, but you do that when you see like a lot of enemies coming at you. Healing, fun, put some sun in the air. Move 4, just straight up move 4. 1 ally within range 3 may perform a move 4. Yep, getting him out of there. There's her attack cards. Wow, a double attack, but you burned the bottom one? That's whatever. Attack 4. Dang, that's awesome. That's great. It has advantage if you have the sun up. So she needs to definitely put a lot of light into the room. That's for sure. Loot 1. That's straight up. That's awesome too. You're going to need that in order to get as much money. Daybreak looks awesome. Healing. Great. Heal 5. Okay. All right. This is great. I'm going to have to definitely look through a lot of her stuff later. I'm going to buy that in a moment. Actually, I just want to go back. Oh, wrong thing. So yeah, I have to wait until she has at least 4 item slots unlocked in order to be able to finish this quest. So she has to get up to at least level 7 for me to finish the quest. That's fine, whatever. And then we have here, I do have 1 available perk. Because you know why you get a perk? I get an available perk because I have someone retired, and because I brought her in, she now gets immediately a perk. So remove 2 -1s, remove 4 zeros. That's awesome. Replenish the -2 with a 0. I probably will do that because the -2 is terrible. Replace 1 0 with a +2. Add 2. I'm not sure what that symbol is. Yeah, I'll have to come back and try to figure out what that down arrow means. I think it means being reshuffled back in. If anybody out there knows, please let me know. But these seems really, really good. Add 2 sun cards, add 2 shield, 1 self cards, ignore negative effects, and add, wow, that's a negative. Ignore the negative effects of an armor. So I guess that's a passive attribute. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's great. Ignore negative scenario effects. Whoa! Whoa, that's amazing. But unfortunately at this point, I think what the best thing I should do is get rid of the -2. I don't know how much she's really going to be attacking, but I hate the -2s, and I'd rather just give her another just straight up defense card. And once I get another perk, she'll be fine. So, yes, gain that. Beautiful, awesome. What's still going on here? Hold on. Oh, apparently she's level 2 now. Does she automatically gain a level for some reason? That is a great card. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'll take that. Oh, these are the options. Okay. One adjacent ally may immediately perform one extra turn by playing 2 cards from their hand, which is awesome. And then a range healing attack, which is also cool. Which one do I want? Oh, I'm definitely taking the top one, by the way, just because, there we go. Okay, yes. Because as cool as this is for the healing, this is a straight up 5 attack and a move 5, and this does not get burned. So you are permanently getting added to her abilities, which is awesome. Okay, so she is leveled up to level 2, which is a thing as well. Val has also leveled up. Boom! Val has reached level 2. She could gain either give and take, poison, target self or one ally within 2 range, bless and strengthen a different target. So if she poisons herself, she can bless and strengthen somebody else. Man, see, I got a support in the light and support in the night. Crazy. Move forward, curse, blah, 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 blah. And then we have Crushing Cold, one ally within range premium before an attack 2, targeting 2. Cool. Best if you're around somebody. Muddle 3 within range 3. Crushing Cold is good too because it gives her more movement. Movement is like key for Val at this point. Which one do I want to add? I'm going to add Crushing Cold because I feel like Crushing Cold is the way to go with it. I think I can make her almost like an ice mage of sorts, which is really awesome. Okay. Bomba, you leveled up too? I didn't think you were level up as well. That's crazy. All right, so Bomba's a level up as well. Attack 2, stunning, awesome. Move 4, this movement is unaffected by difficult terrain. Yes! Yes, you need to move and get out of there. On your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to walls. And then a move 3, jump. Each time you enter an hex containing obstacle with this movement, destroy that obstacle and add 1 to the movement. All enemies move through suffer 1 damage. Ooh, Crash Protocol. That's hysterical. I'm going to take Robotic Enhancements. Not only because I can continuously use it, like it doesn't burn, but also because it's a 33. That's a pretty low number. So I like adding that to her deck. I think that's going to be awesome. What is this? She gets a perk as well. Fantastic. I don't think I looked through her perks very much. A lot of the standard removing things. Replace 1/0 with a 2. Replace a -1 with a... Doesn't add anything but poisons. Add a +2 muddle. Replace 1 card with a plus... That's... wow. Oh boy. Okay. See, these are things I would do later on once I get rid of a lot more of the negative cards. Ignore negative scenario effects. That is awesome. But what I am going to do is by far this one, because not only does it get rid of the -2, it adds a +1 instead of a 0. So you, my friend, are absolutely going in there. Fantastic. And then Val actually has a perk as well. Standard removal. Wow, she only get rid of 2 -1s. Interesting. Straight up just getting rid of the -2, replacing a 0, replacing a 0, replacing another -1, so that would be only 1 left in her deck. Oh, she does it twice, so that's really good. Add 1 heal, so it's just a straight healing card that she can do to an ally. And I believe these affect anywhere on the field. Like as long as she has line of sight, she can heal an ally, which is actually really awesome. Add 1 curse card, so I would curse somebody within view. Add 1 poison card, ignore negative scenario effects. That's really cool. I am going to, man, I'm going to do it. Like, I want to get rid of these -2s. The -2s are probably, to me, some of the worst things in all of the decks. And as I continue getting perks for these characters, that's when I'm going to start doing some more of the crazy things. Like, I'm probably going to put this Frost in there at least once, because like I said, I want her to be more of an Ice Mage. Sonya, didn't I have another perk? Please give me more perks. I actually think I'm going to do this one for her. Extreme Fortitude. Ignore negative item effects and add 2 +1s to the deck. So she'll have still her 5 -1s, which I'm going to get rid of once she gets more perks. But I'll be able to then also equip certain armors on her and not add any -1s, and she gets 2 +1s added. Yeah, okay, so that's definitely going there. Boom, gain Fortitude. Are we done? Are we done? Anybody else have anything else? We sure? We good? We're all level 2, which is really awesome. 12 gold, 13 gold, 24 gold, 45 gold. Yeah, I gotta really do some work with that. Totally. All right, now then. Here we go. Let's go ahead and go to Gloomhaven. You hear screams from the south as you approach the docks and see a group of women running towards you in a panic. An invasion, they yell as they race by you, nearly knocking you over. You hurry to the docks and find a crowd of workers on edge, armed with makeshift weapons and circling one particular pier. Standing at the far end of the wooden plank is a group of lurkers, terrifying crab-like monsters, as big as an Enox and equally fierce. Ferocious. That's the word. Ferocious, fierce, whatever. Except these lurkers don't appear to be hostile. They're simply standing in the dock, clanking their claws in a strange rhythm. Raise arms and fight the lurkers back into the sea. Approach the lurkers cautiously and to attempt to communicate with them. I don't know why. I don't know why, but this is calling to me. Like, we have a paladin now who's more of like, you know, trying to take things a little more slow and calm and like, let's talk it out before we beat things. I feel like this is, let's try to communicate with them. Here we go. Yes, +2 reputation. The crowd parts as you move towards the dock with both confidence and care. The lurkers notice your approach and continue to clank in your direction. You call out to them and ask why they are here, but all you get in response is a change in the tempo of their clanking. When you express confusion, they clank again in frustration, scuttle back into the ocean. The crowd is very impressed that you managed to ward off the creatures without using force, and probably had no property damage whatsoever, and then, nobody died. So, let's see, I'm looking in the upper left up here. What is this? All right, party level, calculated by taking the average level of party, dividing by 2, rounding up, so we're still an average of 1. Party's reputation will influence the cost of items in the merchant shop and outcomes of certain encounters. We're almost at the next level of that, which is awesome. Gloomhaven's wealth unlocks items in the merchant shop and allows you to create new characters with a level equal to or lower than your current... Oh, okay, so there you go. That's what it is. So all of my characters would then be level 2 or lower whenever I create them. Earning prosperity will increase Gloomhaven's wealth. Prosperity can be earned or lost by completing scenarios or encounters. Okay, see, there you go. That's that. In addition to all of that, I'm telling you right now, this is... I wanted to do a quest this round, but I think I'm going to wait for the next episode. So we have Crypt of the Damned, which is way up here. Bandit archers. I hate bandit archers. Cultists are the worst. Earth demons. Oh god. Living bones. And a wind demon. Ooh, and there's 2 treasures in there. That's terrifying. And then, if we go back, I want to go to the Enox encampment, which I remember doing this particular mission in my game, which was awesome. Make an example of Enox who crossed Jaxera, Dagger Forest, kill all number randomly equal to 5 times the number of mercenaries. So if I bring 2 in, I'd have to kill 10. If I bring 3 in, I have to kill 15. 4 is 20. That is insane. Probably won't be doing that much in terms of this one. And usually if I'm recording for you guys, all I will ever do is, 2 players, because it's just easier to keep track of that way. You know what? This is going to be one of those episodes where I think it's best for me to just kind of set everybody up and then call it an episode, and then the next one be like, hey, let's go and do some awesome stuff. So, hold on one moment.
80 minutes later.
All right, it's just easier that I made all the purchases now, and then I'll show you where everybody is, and we'll go from there. So I got the iron helmet for Kurt here in order to prevent any of the ×2 attack modifiers going against him, which also, by the way, if you go notice, the iron helms are now completely sold out because the merchant only carries 2 of any particular ones, and then if one of my characters retires, it'll go, I guess, back into, the inventory or whatnot. I don't think I can trade between them all. I'll have to check that out a little bit, or I can just sell back stuff if I need to, but I think we're okay with the way we are. So So that's Kurt. And then Bomba, I just gave the minor stamina potion because she has the least amount of cards out of everybody. So I think this would be awesome to recover up to one of your discard cards from your hand. So you use that to pull a card back to my hand, and that could actually leave her in the game for one additional round instead of doing like a short rest or a long rest or something like that. So I think that'll be very useful. Val, I did not purchase anything because I'm going to take her into the next mission. But first I need to give 10 gold to, the Oak Order or something along that ways, because that's her quest. She needs to deposit gold into the Oak Order. So the more I do that, the faster it is that she'll actually retire. And then Sonia, we have the hide armor, which, remember, the hide armor has a negative effect to it. -2 -1s go into the deck. That does not happen because of her perk that I just bought. Also really good. 2 sources of damage from an attack targeting you, which is great. Boots of Striding. Moving is a fantastic thing. We love doing that. And then I gave her a minor healing potion because I think healing potions are the best thing right now. We'll get more potions and more things as everybody goes along. No. Cancel. Wrong button. Thank you very much. All right. Speaking of thank you very much, thank you very much for checking out this, more of a story-based episode of my Gloomhaven series. In the next episode, we then will have the entire time in order to go on up over here to the next Jaws of the Lion mission, which I believe is City Quest, a hole in the wall right there, because I want to do the Jaws of the Lion things first before going through. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll probably go ahead and do one of these over here as well, because Kurt needs to do side missions from the base game, which is anything in the World Crest, in order to make him go a little bit closer to his retirement. So there you go, everyone. That would be next time. Thank you again. Sorry this turned out to be more of a storyline episode, but hey, lore is a fun thing to have, especially for the world of Gloomhaven. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Let me know what your favorite Gloomhaven characters are, because the next time somebody retires, I'm going to need your help figuring out who is going to be part of my mercenary team. This has been an episode of Town Talk, which I'm sure coming in the future we'll be having more like this, where it's just story dump and lore and things along that way. So, to be sure that you don't miss those or any other great quests, missions, and excitement from the world of Gloomhaven, or anything else that I happen to put out for you to enjoy, be sure you are subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad. If you wish to support the channel even further, there's ways to do that in the description, but honestly, your view, your like, your share, your comments, and your enjoyment and excitement for the game is what fuels me and my mercenaries to constantly push forward in order to do the best we can and bring you the next quest, the next episode, the next of everything. You guys have been amazing. Thank you again so much. I look forward to seeing you in the actual quest that we're going to be doing in the next episode, and hopefully we will gain an additional victory. I think I'm going to be taking 3 of these characters with me. Which ones? Definitely Sonia. Not sure on the other 2. We'll find out in the next one. Y'all have a good one. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together. I will see you then. Have a good one.